Hi, my name is Amy Burford and I'm with the American Dog Breeders Association. Thank you for your interest in the Safe Dog program. We're going to be going over a little bit about basic canine psychology and how to be a responsible owner. Responsible ownership of a dog starts with an understanding of basic dog psychology. We need an understanding of a canine behavior and where in their evolutionary past this behavior comes from. When my daughters became horse crazy and we purchased our first horse, their riding instructors were very careful to teach them about the horse as a flight animal. This understanding of the basic instincts of a flight animal was essential to enable my daughters to work with their 1,200-pound horse and not get injured. In the same way, if we want to work well with our dogs, we need an understanding of them as canines and how they react to their environment. Problems result when humans misunderstand basic dog behavior. The problems that occur are extremely small compared to the large population of dogs that we have. It is almost always a people problem, not a dog problem. Dogs are a product of their environment. Dogs are natural followers and assess their environment through pack membership. A dog will view everything within their environment as either a predator, prey, or part of the pack. Their primary means of sensing their environment is through their sense of smell first, hearing second, and then sight. Dogs also have a profound ability to assess energy. Dogs are natural followers and form strong bonds with their pack leader, and thus the saying, man's best friend. And this is where a dog's loyalty and devotion to their owner comes from. A dog's natural instinct will be to follow calm, assertive leadership. Unfortunately, most of us have been conditioned from childhood to believe that Hollywood myth of humanizing dogs. We had Lassie and Rin Tin Tin that had the ability to think and reason and understand human language. We have to forget this mentality and understand that a dog's willingness to work for you, to serve his master, does not come from his love for you. A dog will work for you as his assertive pack leader. Because for a dog, his survival comes through harmony in the pack. Domestic dogs are predators. They were designed to exist in a pack and hunt, kill, or scavenge for food. Because dogs live in a human world where man provides food to them every day, a dog's instincts are not so useful to him anymore. A dog living in a human household has two choices: receive training from his assertive pack leader or self-trained following his instincts. Dogs have three main instincts. Their prey drive, dogs will chase; predatory drive, capture what you chase; protection or guard the kill or territory. These predatory instincts left unchecked or unguided can create many potentially dangerous behavior problems. It is also important to understand that adding another dog to the mix will intensify these basic instincts. Without a leader present, dogs will revert back to their instincts, less conditioned or trained to do otherwise. The first step is establishing yourself and all family members as pack leaders, leading with calm, assertive energy, establishing rules and boundaries within the dog's environment that everyone in the household understands. Create behavior in the dog by conditioning with consistent repetition. Reward the dog with appropriate affection after the behavior is established and the dog is in a calm, submissive state of mind. Whenever problems arise, we are quick to attach human emotions to the dog as an excuse. The reality is that humans are always to blame. Someone did something wrong in the interaction with the dog and the result was not good. The positive in all of this is that a dog lives in the moment. They do not dwell on the past. A dog will move on if you do. Dogs have four ways of responding to their environment: fight, flight, submit, and ignore. It is natural for a dog to submit to the pack leader. The ignore response is basically a shutdown of the flight response. Stress responses in a dog may be expressed as whining, chewing, being destructive, showing aggression, erratic behavior, being overly submissive, dominant, etc. The only successful way of dealing with the dog's stress is to give him leadership. Creating order in the pack will create harmony for them. How do we go about doing this? Establish yourself as a calm, assertive leader. Over emotion in both directions, being too soft or gushy with emotion or being too hard, showing anger or frustration will be perceived by your dog as weakness in the pack leader. Set rules and boundaries within the home that all family members can understand and follow. Dogs do not understand a vacation or holiday from rules. Inconsistency undermines a dog's confidence in the pack leader and creates stress. Kitchen manners are essential. A dog should not be allowed to beg or steal food from the table. In the pack leader always eats first. The dog should be required to go lay down while the family is eating. They are not offended by this, as this is accepted as their role in the pack. Physical boundaries for the dogs needs to be established within the household. You need to decide where the dog will sleep and make sure the dog sleeps there. A dog should have a place for his food and water and a designated place for elimination. If it is decided that the dog will be allowed on furniture, the bed, etc., they should wait to be invited on and should leave when asked off. Consistency in the household interactions with your dog using calm, assertive energy will communicate leadership to your dog. This is how nature made them. Dogs do not understand the human language, so you need to communicate with your dog using consistent commands and energy that he can understand. And so important, share affection with your dog when he is in a calm, submissive state of mind. With calm, assertive leadership, your dog will adopt a calm submission. Better explained, it is an openness to "what next, leader?" that willingness to please. Being a responsible owner means meeting your dog's physical needs of exercise, food, and water. It is recommended that the dog's food should not be left down after eating. A dog's health needs of vaccinations, parasite control, and regular veterinary visits as necessary is essential. Responsible ownership also means meeting your dog's psychological needs of a strong pack leader that we have already discussed. Respect and trust will come through handling your dog in a consistent manner with calm, assertive energy. A dog owner also has responsibilities to the community in which he lives in the form of adhering to leash laws, licensing, and providing rabies vaccinations. A dog should be contained at all times to his owner's property or on a leash with a responsible person holding the other end. Be aware of your dog's behavior when you're not at home. Does he charge the fence at neighbors? Does he bark nonstop while you're at work? Deal with the problem situations to avoid an incident when you're not around. Serve as a canine goodwill ambassador to your neighbors. How do you do this? Be open to concerns. Ask your neighbor if they have noticed any problems and have any concerns. Fix problems before they get out of hand. Serve as a resource to the community and be the good example that others can aspire to. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please direct them to the Safe Dog Program Tester. I'm sure he'll be glad to take a few minutes to answer any and all questions that you might have. We're now going to hand out a short exam, multiple choice, true, false. Please answer to the best of your ability and then hand it into the tester. On behalf of the American Dog Breeders Association, we thank you very much for your participation in the Safe Dog Program.